Oh, howdy and aloha, everybody. James with Monotalk. Make this one quick. I'm doing another show later tonight. Now, most of you know that TikTok is being raked over the coals, and it's a stupid idea from somebody out there that wants to ban another social media platform or gain control of another media platform, is basically what it is. And Tucker decides to agree with that, which I thought was truly amazing. I mean, he showed in the first part of this, as you can see, this is I'm starting it at the 4 minute mark. So the first 4 minutes was the stupidness, the ridiculousness, this nutty stuff that's on TikTok, and which is on most social media platforms. You're gonna find weirdos and crazies and all this other stuff, but he clearly understands what this is about. It has nothing to do with your health and safety in regards to China and the CCP. This is just another fear tactic. They're trying to get, mass consent from everybody with the threats. And if you've watched the guy that was raked over the coals during the hearing, let's see if he has a picture of that guy. I think he does. Did he actually? No. Uh, yeah, I think he did. I should have had it staged up. Anyway, Chu Chang, whatever his name is, American, but he runs the TikTok in the United States. And he was just for 5.5 hours, was not at any point given the opportunity to completely finish his answers. He was interrupted pretty much every time. Narrative talking point kept coming up. The branding, the branding, the branding. And if you understand how that works, it's a marketing tactic. Um, if you say something at least 21 times, you're going to remember it. Just remember that. 21 times. So here's Tucker kind of going over it. I'll just let him blurt out a little piece of what's going on. And you see immediately when he changes the tune, he shows the little picture in picture overreach, which is a great little picture. I'm surprised he threw that up there. he goes on and just keeps, basically saying it's just complete overreach. And I mean, we've seen that and heard that over and over again. But then there's people out there that I listen to and watch, and they don't get it. And one of them that's kind of odd to me, who I thought was much more observant and really did his research in regards to what's out there, is Doug from Exile, who's a staunch Republican. But they all talk about you know freedom, the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, constant, constant, constant. Republican first, second, which I get. Everybody should have the right to bear arms in case your government decides to go crazy, which they're definitely doing within the past 3+ years now. Um, and to take away our ability to speak and make up our own minds, look at our own information, and debate and unite and come together and have discussions and to share perspectives and information and collaborate and argue, which is fine. That's the way the human mind is supposed to work. But when you start boxing people in, it's going to explode. It's going to explode. And I'm really surprised that Doug from Exile, if you can see his little plaque, I mean, he's an artist or something, which I think is cool. I draw a little bit myself. I suck at it. But they're calling it spy talk. It's like, okay. Oh, yeah. All right, buddy. And it's really sad that he's on this side. I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised that he's on this side. But I just don't think he understands what's in it. But there's a girl that I was watching on TikTok, because I've only been on TikTok. I think I started my TikTok a few years ago, a couple years ago, something like that. I think I started when the flu-19 came out, and I was like, well, this is an interesting way to share information and to be uh, in the space of social media. I thought that was pretty interesting. And then the first thing I think I put in there was, if you're going through the drive-through, wait, using the drive-through is probably the stupidest thing you could do, because it's one of the best ways you could spread a virus. And then that got me thinking, and this is like, I think it says I put that in there on April or May of 2020, and that's when I started thinking, none of this fucking makes sense, right? They wanted to put out this, Kool-Aid that you're supposed to take in your body, basically, that was never tested, transmission and all this other stuff. It's just an experiment and all this other stuff. And all the manufacturers and doctors are all completely indemnified, which never happens. Which is just, and that's at the a grant or at the order of your government. Why would they want to give something, any product, full indemnification? That just makes no sense to me at all, and it shouldn't make any sense to anybody else. Which hopefully you guys are starting to understand doesn't make sense, and never did. Um, let's see if I can bring this up real quick. I think it's really well done. This girl just kind of lays it out, but there's more information, and I'll put in the link of the actual bill so you can see Section 5 for yourself, which is there. Let's see if I can get that. Where is it? Let me get on it real quick. Boop, boop. Okay. Let's try to get to her. Where is she? Oh, sorry. Okay, here. Go here. This is weird. I gotta do these little things. This thing and that thing. There it is right there. Okay. And she, lays it out and, and tells you to go look at the bill. And sure enough, I went and looked at it, and it's really bad. And I categorized it as an extension of the Patriot Act, which, if you look that over, that really doesn't help the U.S. voting republic or the citizens of the United States of America. And then, Obama also loved the Patriot Act and decided to install more of the National Defense Authorization Act, the NDAA, which was even worse. And this is just another extension of that. And absolute, as Tucker said, it's overreach. It's just way too much. Yes, socialism, I get. I think we need that for a lot of people. We need it for, the handicap, people of mental illness, people that are, that just are being killed by the water and the drugs and the stuff that the big pharma gives them, and the crappy food that's GMO'd to death. I mean, it's just like it's such a vicious cycle. But yeah, I get that. There's need, to have firemen and emergency and police, and which is important, absolutely. 911. If nobody ever praises 911, it's probably one of the best services on the planet to save your life. By the way, um, roads and streets and sidewalks, and make sure things are working well and stuff like that, so you don't have to worry about it. That should be your your mayor, your city legislator, and judiciaries and all those guys should. That's why you hired them, so they can properly put the money where it's supposed to be going, to making sure that your roads are safe, so you can drive your nice cars, electric, gas, whatever, diesel, don't fucking care. Um, and that's what that it should be happening. But this girl right here clearly states the overreach of it, which I think is very well done. Let me play it. Okay, let me find it. Here we go. Oh wait, hold on. The sound isn't coming through. My apologies. God damn it! I should have checked that. Let me check here real quick. Um, go here, go here. Oh, it's on default. I probably didn't even hear Tucker. Lovely, lovely. Uh, and I was on such a good roll. Definition. I don't know what this is, but maybe this will work. Digital audio? I don't know. Let's try that. See if it works. No, not you. Hold on. Let's play it. Nope. Still not there. Not good for your mental health. Sorry, guys. Love this Zoom stuff. It's not Zoom. It's the OBS. It's just so fucking hard to fuck with. I'm telling you. This I will edit out for sure. Let me go back in here. Let me go back in properties. Let me do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna play this. Still not working. I should do this one over. God damn it. I should have had this up working. There we go. So we hit there. We go here. We go to window 2. And we go to property. Chroma sheet, automatic match, capture cursor. Okay. And we're going to go to here. Go to properties. Go to, there it is. Oh God, finally. Oh, I changed the headset. That's why. Fuck. I'm gonna have to rewind this. You can't. Can you? Can you? Yeah, you can.
My name's Kylie, and I did not realize I needed to care about the TikTok ban until today. Not only was watching our congressmen and women ask TikTok CEO questions was unbearable, but I went and I read the bill so that I know that you should too. Because this is not just about TikTok. They have us focused on TikTok and making us out to be like just not wanting to lose our social media. Like, no, I thought it was fine. I was like, oh, I can get rid of TikTok. It probably would be good for my mental health anyway. But go and read the bill. It's Bill S686. You can go to congress.gov, look up that, and it should be the first one that pops up, and you can go to text and you can read the whole thing. I'm going to read you some of the parts that I thought were the most scary. So this part is going over what types of things they can audit and then potentially ban based on this bill forever in the future. Section 5 considerations, A6. Software designed or used primarily for connecting with and communicating via the internet that is in use by greater than 1 million persons in the United States at any point during the year period preceding the date on which the covered transaction is referred to the Secretary for review, or the Secretary initiates review of the covered transaction, including desktop applications, mobile applications, gaming applications, payment applications, or web-based applications. Any software used primarily for connecting with and communicating via the internet. Just before this, there was a section also in section 5A, but it's in part 3. Any software, hardware, or any other product or service integral to data hosting or computing service that uses, processes, or retains, or is expected to use, process, or retain sensitive personal data with respect to greater than 10 million persons in the United States. The very first one is internet hosting services. Next, cloud-based or distributed computing and data storage, machine learning, managed services, and content delivery services. It's right there. In both of those, it mentions the Secretary. Let's see what his job is. Section 8, implementing authorities. This is not what this says, this is what I got from it. This entire section basically gives the Secretary the ability to do anything they want to get specific information unless otherwise stated in law elsewhere, as long as the Secretary deems it appropriate. Section 8C3. The Secretary may undertake any other action as necessary to carry out the responsibilities under this Act that is not otherwise prohibited by law. Section 8A, regulations. In carrying out the responsibilities under this Act, the Secretary may establish such rules, regulations, and procedures as the Secretary considers appropriate. I'm not trying to just show you exactly what I was wanting to hear, but those were some scary things to read. This does not just apply to TikTok. They just want us to focus on that because it makes us look more dumb, even though we're not.
That's not the only place I got some information too. There's a few. Let me see. There's this other one. Just in case you missed it, Tucker, I'm going to play that. So, be prepared. It's at the 4-minute mark because the sound I don't think was working on that one. We're going to go to here. Go to here. As I said, Tucker was going over all the stupid and ridiculous parts of TikTok, and yeah, it's pretty stupid in there. You can only spend it's overwhelming because, first of all, they have 10-second, 30-second, minute, and maybe 3-minute splurts of information, so it's kind of hard to get information out. But a lot of people do it for advertising or just to show their butts or their muscles or I get all kinds of weird stuff from Hu Shan Wu or Jibong Wong or from fucking some other country. Just all kinds of stuff. Lots of crypto people trying to get me to do crypto and all this other crap. So be careful. It's fucking crazy. So, but you can, block people and not subscribe or not follow certain individuals. But there's some good information in there, and there are a lot of people that have a lot of They have like it's video sharing where they all talk and you can come in about 5 or 10 people and you can all have discussions. And I've seen a few good ones and I've seen some stupid ones. Per my perspective. And I've seen some ones where there's people from both sides of the aisle or different perspectives, and they have debates. They bring up their talking points, and they have arguments, and they come to, hey, let's just agree to disagree. But for one thing, the World Economic Forum is continuing on their march, and they're not fucking slowing down. That's where a lot of people are agreeing on. I'll play Tucker real quick for you.
Merely an acknowledgement of what's actually happening in Washington right now. So one of the bills that would ban TikTok is being pushed, as we said, by senators in both parties. It's called the Restrict Act. Mark Warner of Virginia and John Thune of South Dakota, Democrat and Republican, introduced this legislation. Now, the bill is ostensibly about protecting American national security and ending, quote, foreign adversaries from interfering in our elections through apps like TikTok. Because, of course, election interference by Twitter and Facebook is no problem at all. But election interference from TikTok is totally unacceptable. Okay. But in reality, and you should know this if you're opposed to TikTok, as we are, this bill isn't really about banning TikTok. It's never about what they say it is. Instead, this bill would give enormous and terrifying new powers to the federal government to punish American citizens and regulate how they communicate with one another. For example, the bill would regulate, quote, certain transactions between persons in the United States and foreign adversaries. Now, what's a foreign adversary and who gets to decide? Oh, well, the Secretary of Commerce and the DNI, not the Congress, get to decide what foreign adversaries are. Well, that ought to trip a switch in your brain. And then the transactions with foreign adversaries would include, quote, any acquisition, importation, transfer, installation, dealing in, or use of any information and communications technology product or service, including ongoing activities such as mandated services, data transmission, software updates, repairs, or the provision of data hosting services. Well, that's pretty broad. Under this bill, if you engage in any of that with a so-called foreign adversary, as determined by, in this case, the Biden administration, that would allow the Secretary of Commerce, Gina Raimondo, and the Director of National Intelligence, Avril Haines, to decide whether you're acting in the, quote, interest of a foreign adversary. Again, that's another term that the executive branch, the Secretary of Commerce, gets to define without the interference of Congress. So if the Biden administration decides that you're doing this, then the Secretary of Commerce can then enforce, quote, any mitigation measure to address any risk arising from any covered transaction with any person or with respect to any property subject to the jurisdiction of the United States. These covered transactions can involve, quote, current, past, or potential future transactions. And the mitigation measures include, but are not limited to, throwing American citizens in prison for 20 years. Think about that for a minute. So you would be allowing the executive branch, the Biden administration, to regulate speech on the internet. And if you are somehow involved with a, quote, foreign adversary, or let's say you oppose the war against Russia, you go to prison for 20 years. So this isn't about banning TikTok. This is about introducing flat-out totalitarianism into our system. Now, just because TikTok is so unappealing, just because it's...
Yeah, so he goes on. I'm surprised he did this, and I'm also surprised that the other day that he brought up the word duopoly, right? Which I don't think Jimmy covered, but he kind of did. I'm just really surprised that Tucker's really kind of riding the edges of both blades. It's kind of interesting to watch because this is a bipartisan bill. This isn't about this isn't about just control. There's another aspect to this, and the other aspect to this is Mark Zuckerberg. And I don't know if I can find that. I'll try to find it real quick. If I don't, I'm not gonna fucking. Okay. Oh, here's why people also use TikTok.
Hi, my name is Rosa Calhoun, and my daughter, Margaret Kaylana Turner, is missing in the Tomball area. We are out here passing out flyers, asking people to share, to let people know her story. Her name is Kaylana Turner. Please Google her story and find out about her. She is the sweetest, the kindest, most loving girl, and today is day 15 of her missing. Please, if you have any sightings of her, check your Ring camera, check your car cameras, everywhere. We are desperately searching for her. My phone number is 409-36...
Yes. Oh, sorry.
0837. Please come. Please help us find her. Please help us find her. Thank you.
Yeah, that 409-363-0837 missing. There's a lot of wonderful things that social media has done and can still do. Besides taking a picture of your food at your expensive restaurant. Which is, I get it. Or, the cats. It's the cats. I fucking just, the amount of cats that we've seen on TikTok is just not cats and puppies and shit like that. Alright, let me see if I can find it. I'm pretty sure I got it. Oh, look. Here we go. This is, I think, one of my best. You must first notice the restraints that bind you. Then you'll want them off. Basically, we're conditioned to believe that a politician will save us. Right? It's time to flush these files. I don't care, in some way, shape, or form or another, they're compromised by a lobbyist, or by the lobbyists of the World Economic Forum. And that's my biggest point. The World Economic Forum is a militia in itself, a well-regulated militia of lobbyists. Oh my God, that's a good one. I got to keep that. Oh, Shelley's doing some cool stuff. Something must be done. I think this guy talks about it. Let me see. Yeah,
I'm going to show you why Congress is right about TikTok and why these hearings against TikTok are taking place. TikTok was fined over $276 million for leaking more than 533 million users' data. Oh wait, that was Facebook. Anyway, TikTok gave data access to a Chinese company that was flagged by U.S. intelligence. That was also Facebook. Okay, this one is actually true. Around 15 people have been live streamed unaliving or having horrible acts happen to them. That was also Facebook. Okay, this one's for real. TikTok has been sharing your personal data with over 150 companies. That was also Facebook. That's Facebook. This one says TikTok has been allowing terrorist groups to create pages, and this is also Facebook. Why are we against TikTok?
Yeah, fucking very well done. Alright, let me see.
Hey TikTok, and especially Facebook on TikTok. I have this really cool trick I want to show you. You gotta check this out, watch. You're gonna love this simple trick, watch this. Uninstall Facebook. Facebook uninstalled. Then we go to Instagram and we click uninstall. We uninstall that. And then that becomes uninstalled. And with that one simple trick, now Meta can no longer reach me on mobile or any of their advertisers. And since, according to 2021 data, 98% of Facebook users access Facebook through mobile phones, this is a great way to let Mark Zuckerberg and Meta know how we feel about their campaign against TikTok. And Mark Zuckerberg, I hope you go broke, you weird piece of shit. Hey, TikTok.
Yep, he is a fucking weird piece of shit. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. So, I do know what else to tell you. And here it is. So, there's a lot of lobbying power and money behind the TikTok. And if you go to, oh God, I should have had that up, but I will. There's a girl that goes over all of the accounts, I believe. Wait, excuse me. All the investing of a lot of the legislators that are pushing to ban TikTok. A lot of them have money in everything other than TikTok. A lot of it in Meta, a lot of it in Facebook and Instagram, and other ticker numbers that within the Facebook realm, if you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, so this really doesn't have anything to do. Is this right here? I got it here somewhere. I got a lot of crap. I put it in there somewhere. Anyway, there's one that I wanted to show you, which I think is really good. Where we at here? Hold on. CBDCs. Yeah, so there's the guy. I mean, she got him. I mean, fucking Doug in Exile, dude. You're smarter than this, bro. You're smarter than this. You know, she ends him. She ends TikTok CEO. Fucking God. Right? My God. Ridiculous. Oh, wait, where is this? Oh, done it. Okay, 1 to 2. Yeah, this is Doug in Exile's big moment. Right? He's like, yeah, we got that TikTok guy, man. We got him. I don't think so, Doug. And it's sad that you guys are. It just absolutely makes no sense at all what this guy's doing with Doug and Exiles. I'm not going after Doug. I just know Doug just hasn't really researched it. It's pretty bad. And in comments, I left the link to the bill, which is S686. Something about the sixes, man, with these people for some reason. Let me see. CBDC. I wonder if I have it here. Hang on. Stop. What's happening? Alright. I wonder if I have it in my profile. I'm going to check real quick. View your profile. Can you search a topic? Meta and TikTok. Let me see. Meta, TikTok. Meta, TikTok, loadouts. Interesting. Maybe this is cool.
Today, Friday, March 24th, 2023, the Celebrity Blinds website, Crazy Days and Nights, posted this. The wealthy surfer, that's code for Mark Zuckerberg, is flooding lobbyists and whoever else he... Today...
Yeah, that's the one. Let's take a look at it, people. Let's see what we're looking at here. Nope, wrong one. I think it's right. here. We're going to click here, and then I go back to here. OBS, go here, go back to here, and then it should be there. There it is. Jesus Christ almighty. There it is. All right. I got several different windows up. This is just getting out of hand. Oh, wait. Where is it? Gosh darn it. All right. Here we go. I gotta get the whole thing in there. As much of it as I can. Anyway, let's play it.
Today, Friday, March 24th, 2023, the celebrity blinds website Crazy Days and Nights posted this. The wealthy surfer, that's code for Mark Zuckerberg, is flooding lobbyists and whoever else he can with tens upon tens of millions of dollars to get the Clock app banned. The Clock app is TikTok. He knows his business is dying and this is the only way it will survive. I wonder how the politicians will hide their stock trades in his company once they know the Clock app will be banned in advance of everyone else knowing. I also learned today, thanks to TikToker Nick Grom, that there's a website that shows what stocks congressmen and women invest in. And yep, you guessed it, almost all of them have invested in Meta stock. Take a look here.
Corner, the senator who introduced this bill, is a tech sector venture capitalist investor. Looking through his disclosures, he invests in pretty much every sector that this bill would touch. He's not on TikTok, but he is other places.
Oh, I have that one. Hang on.
Places where you can find him and let you.
Yeah, I have that. Hang on. Where is it? Let's stop this. Let's get out of here. We already saw that. Try it up here. The actual one. I don't put my face with somebody else's face. I don't get that. Everybody likes putting their face alongside of somebody else's face, saying, "Oh, look at this guy. What are you saying?" It's like, just put it up. Whatever. Whatever. It's however you want to do it. It's fucking up to you. Who am I to fucking say? Oh, this is good. This guy was on Joe Rogan. Artza Musa. This is good.
How long before TikTok's banned? Well, let me tell you what's going on with the TikTok. I have a very opinionated explanation for what is going on with TikTok.
Okay.
TikTok was eating Silicon Valley's lunch. They were taking all the ad money from Instagram, from Twitter, from Google. I'd say Google and Instagram and Facebook, just killing it, knocking it out of the park. So look at who is saying, "Oh, it's China and they're tracking everything and the Communist Party." Dude, Facebook tracks you, Google tracks you, everyone tracks you all over the place. But all of a sudden TikTok is a problem? No. It's because they're eating their lunch, and instead of competing, because they've tried, no one can seem to create the TikTok algorithm and the thing that they have going there. It's what people want, the quick hits, the sing-alongs, etc. So they decided to lobby politicians and come up with this scam.
That's pretty much it, for sure. Yeah, so there's a way to track all the people that did I get it? Parties. Let's see what this kid does.
Turns out Mark Zuckerberg has a dark past with TikTok that he doesn't want anyone knowing about right now. It's no secret that the banning of TikTok in the US would benefit Meta, but the lengths that Zuck has gone to make it happen is shocking. But before he wanted to get rid of it, he wanted to own it. In 2016, Zuckerberg was in serious talks with the founders of Musical.ly, which is now TikTok. But when the deal never happened, he tried to copy it with an app called U.S.A. If you've never heard of it, it's because it failed miserably. But then when TikTok started taking off and Trump wanted to ban it in 2020, he began aggressively lobbying against against TikTok in Washington. In a private dinner at the White House, he argued that China's internet firms posed a threat to American businesses and, quote, should be a bigger concern than reining in Facebook. Remember his position on China because this gets crazy. Now, after TikTok survived the first ban, the Washington Post received leaked emails confirming that Mark Zuckerberg paid a large consulting firm last year to organize a nationwide campaign with the primary goal of turning the public against TikTok. He officially entered his villain era at this point. One email read, "Dream would be to get stories with headlines like from dances to danger. How TikTok has become the most harmful social media space for kids." This was in reference to dangerous trends that supposedly started on TikTok, but after investigation turned out to have originated on Facebook. Other messages the firm was trying to push was that TikTok is the real threat, especially as a foreign-owned app that is #1 in sharing data that young teens are using. Sounds a lot like yesterday's hearing in Congress. But before he was worried about data being shared to China, he wanted to be in China. In efforts to get Facebook unbanned in the country, he learned Mandarin to give speeches, touted Chinese science fiction books to all of his followers, posted a photo of himself jogging through Tiananmen Square, and here's the wildest part, he even asked Chinese President Xi Jinping to bestow an honorary name on his then unborn daughter during a White House dinner. Fast forward to today, and all that hard work might just be paying off. And unfortunately for Mark Zuck, if anyone wants to look this stuff up, it's all public information. But the question is, if TikTok does get banned, would people go back to Meta or not?
At PackShield, we believe the only truly effective protection is the protect.
I really hope that Doug gets it. Poor Doug. Because obviously him and his people don't get it. Let's see what they're saying. Let's see. Where the hell is it? There it is. Okay. Just to go over this, and then that's it. I'm going to get out of here. Why is the government doing this now? President Trump already had mentioned while he was in office. This should have been already taken care of to block TikTok. I've also been against TikTok. I don't like the influence it has over our children. The amazing thing is that it is going on with all social media companies. The only thing that changes is which government is allowed to block the donors. There you go. TikTok needs to be removed from America. Doug, I'm sorry about your dad too, Doug. I guess he's in the hospital. He's having some problems. Once again, Trump was ahead of the curve. God bless y'all. Yeah, the reason why Trump was ahead of the curve is because he got money from Mark Zuckerberg. That was part of the deal. Right? Look, I can't say this and stress this enough. My God, it's just fucking crazy. Trump is a dealer. He's a dealer. He wrote the book, The Art of the Deal. And if you've read it, which I've read pieces of it, it's one the idea you get it. It's not that it's about the money with him. That's a good plus, but it's closing the deal that makes him feel value and purpose. That's definitely what that book projects to me. I didn't read it all, but pieces laid out in different places that I've read. But anyway, so what that means is, look, I don't think Trump honestly truly cares about most of you because he's against crypto. He hasn't said shit about the CBDC or FedNow or FedCoin, taking away the tangible dollar. So you don't have an option to use a dollar bill, a quarter, a nickel, or a dime, right? And you have to go through a central world bank to get your money, which at any point in time can take your money. I mean, this guy here fucking just nails it in regards to, oh, did I save it? Yeah. This is crazy, right?
You lose cash, and this is...
I forgot the doctor, but he used to work for Pfizer. He was one of the excuse me, he was one of the CEOs, some bigwig advisor, but he's now protesting out there in England regarding the CBDC. And tonight we're going to talk about that later on tonight. Hopefully you'll come by and stop by. But I just want to get all this out there. Look, Doug, I love your show. You got some good stuff. I really hope Carrie Lake will get some justice. That thing was definitely stolen. There's plenty of information to indicate that. But don't hold your breath. A lot of these people are compromised, dude. Even the people you think are not are. I mean, how could you not look in any other way but think that, I think DeSantis would be a greater pick, but I still think he has his fucking flaws. I mean, if push comes to shove, I would vote for DeSantis for POTUS. Maybe. The biggest thing about DeSantis is he coached a baseball team for over a year. That's it. That's me. That's the reason why I like him. Because if you've ever coached kids, I'm telling you right now, it takes a lot of fucking tolerance. It takes a lot of understanding. It takes a lot of care. It takes a lot of organizing. It's not the kids that their problem. It's usually the parents. All right, so tonight, come and join us. We'd love to have you on, or with us, or in, or around, or listening, or paying attention. Like and subscribe. Fuck it. I'm gonna start. Maybe I should start saying that shit. I don't know. Well, I'm on this is my 6th channel. My 7 is a backup, so just in case, who knows. Aloha all. Take care. Yeah. The banning of TikTok is bullshit.